Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us on this Sunday morning. I'm Katrina Smith. Meteorologist Eric Gage is in the Weather Center. It is a News Channel 2 Storm Tracker 2 alert day. And what that means is we can expect storms at some point today, right, Eric?
Yes, that's right. But thankfully, the storm's going to be lasting a little bit for 15-20 minutes in the afternoon, and it's going to be lasting just about starting around noon this afternoon. So this morning is going to be expecting some beautiful conditions, at least for the start. Let's take a look at your output battery, Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We're seeing a lot of moisture in the atmosphere right now, but if we zoom out a little bit, we can see the front slowly moving into our area. The timing of this is, we'll explain it coming up in just a little bit, but overall the timing will be happening in the afternoon. So if you have some last minute outdoor activities you want to get done today, you want to get it done in the morning. Right now, it's already 72 degrees and sunny skies across the Mohawk Valley right now. Humidity is already pretty high at 71%. Winds still calm right now. It'll be sunny and humid this morning. Storms begin west in the early afternoon and continue to end up in the east by the early evening. And tonight, temperatures are going to fall into the 50s as a cold front moves through, and I'm tracking where and when to expect the storms coming up. Back to you, Katrina.
Thank you so much, Eric. Fire crews in Cedar.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. Today is a Storm Tracker 2 alert day for some brief thunderstorms moving into our area starting in the afternoon and ending in the evenings. Take a look at the alert so far. We have a strong cold front that will be arriving from the west, and these strong storms are possible in the afternoon and evening. But once again, these will be brief 15 to 20 minute heavy downpours. And so far, the risk right now across central New York, but it's going to be strengthening as it heads out to the east. And the highest risk right now are high winds for some gusty winds as well, possible damaging winds as well. Heavier downpours and the slight possibility of hail. The tornado risk has lowered to almost non-existent for our area. The tornado risk is mainly out in the east, but we'll keep you updated throughout the day today. And currently we are at a level 2 out of 5 risk, so this is not a very high risk of thunderstorms, but there is a possibility of developing to some very short-lived severe thunderstorms. We'll keep you updated on any that develop throughout the day, and this is a perfect time to download our free Storm Tracker 2 weather app. Will give you notifications of severe thunderstorm warnings, as well as hail, as well as lightning alerts, as well as some heavier downpours as well. Live at York for battery, Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar in a couple of minutes. But first off, the Cavvy Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica, seeing some overall beautiful conditions right now, and seeing a lot of humid conditions. You can see a lot of light green on the radar right now. The radar and satellite, we're seeing the storm slowly moving in from the west, but take a look at this. This is yesterday. There's a stationary front and a cold front that stretched thunderstorms across the United States, all the way from Maine down to Mexico. This is a huge line of storms. It's not common for this to happen, at least for this length across the United States. You saw some thunderstorms across the United States as well. Now today, a cold front will be arriving from the west, pushing into our area, bringing some storms into the afternoon, and severe risk area for the country is highly in the area of the northeast for now. Now zooming in, we can take a look at what to expect today. This is basically the timing of when to expect the storms today. So temperatures will already start and rising into the 80s for the afternoon. Right around 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, see those storms slowly move in. Around 3 o'clock, you see it mainly across most areas of central New York and lasting throughout the afternoon, lasting until around 5 o'clock. Then we'll see another round, mainly down in the southern valleys, probably Cooperstown and Oneonta, see a second round of storms. So some areas will see some brief rain as well. But this is all going to be just brief storms as we head out the afternoon. After that, we'll see some cloudy skies and cooler conditions, temperatures falling into the upper 40s. A big swing in temperatures, about 20-degree difference, or 40-degree difference, I should say, heading into the next couple of days. And then Monday and Tuesday are looking mainly cloudy and mainly dry for the next couple of days, seeing temperatures rise into the 60s and 70s as we head into Monday and Tuesday. Clayton Tractor Mowcast. Early today is the best possibility to do outdoor activities outside or doing some outdoor chores such as mowing for Sunday. And then Monday and Tuesday will be better conditions throughout the day with cooler temperatures and cloudy skies. Today, high of 85, afternoon storms. We expect some gusty winds in those storms as well. Tonight, a low of 50. Some areas might see a little bit below 50 as well with some partly cloudy skies. And tomorrow, a high of 66 and mostly cloudy skies throughout the day tomorrow. Our 7-day forecast, rain returns throughout the rest of the week heading into Thursday and Friday. There is a possibility of a few of them turning into some light thunderstorms. Keep you updated and posted throughout the week. And our trivia question, if a thunderstorm produced an inch of rain over 1 square mile, how much water fell?
Listen, Eric, as soon as you started putting square miles and all these numbers in here, I tuned out and I resorted to just guessing. So I'm going to say C.
See, and it's even more than that. 143 million pounds of water just in 1 square mile of heavy rainfall. So that, I didn't realize how much rain was just in one small area. So that just tells you how much, especially with severe thunderstorms, how much rain can actually fall.
Isn't that nuts?
It's insane.
I still have no idea what you're talking about. Thank you, Eric, for stumping me this morning. Well, the Triple Crown season is. Thank you for joining us for another half hour of Weekend Today. I'm Katrina Smith. And today is Sunday, it's May 22nd. It's a News Channel 2 alert day. Storms moving in for the afternoon, but they're not as bad as we thought they were originally going to be, right?
Yes, so yesterday, it was a worse conditions for yesterday, but the front is moving in across most areas today, and it's lasting in the afternoon hours between 12 and 6 o'clock. Now, thankfully, it's going to just be a brief 15 to 20-minute shower across most areas. Some areas might see another couple of rounds, but overall, it's going to just be winds, the highest risk being winds and heavy rainfall. But bringing it back to yesterday, we actually broke a record. We talked about the yesterday morning show, plus reaching a record high. And yesterday's record high was 89 degrees. We beat it by 3 degrees, 92 for the record high yesterday. An absolutely warm day across the region. We actually had a heat advisory, first time heat advisory this early on in May. And we take a look at the May temperatures versus average. We are way above average right now for the time of May. Already yesterday, we broke the record 20 degrees above average compared to this time of year, but still looking ahead towards a much more average, a little bit above average warm week for this time in May. Temperatures ranging in the lower 70s to upper 60s. Now, right now, it's already in the 70s. Humidity is still very high, and we'll continue to see some higher humidity as the front moves in heading into this afternoon. Live look at Cooperstown, seeing some sunny skies across the board, but this won't be lasting, as today we see some rounds of thunderstorms moving in today with a high of 85. And I'll break down where and when to expect the storms coming up. Back to you, Katrina.
Thank you so much, Eric.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. I want to quickly break down the risks of today's thunderstorms in the afternoon. Looking ahead towards this afternoon, starting around 12 and ending around 6 o'clock as it moves from the west to the east. The highest risk right now are some gusty, possibly damaging winds across some areas and heavy downpouring conditions. There's also the possibility of some hail in some areas as well. And now the risk of tornadoes, it has lowered to almost non-existent, especially for our area right now. Some areas out in the further east might see the possibility, but today, looking ahead, mainly the highest risk, once again, are higher winds, heavy rain, and the possibility of some hail. And once again, we're at a level 2 out of 5 risk, so this could develop into some scattered, short-lived, intense storms, but this is going to be just a single line of 15 to 20-minute storms heading throughout the afternoon. And he wants to up-to-date with latest information, including lightning strikes in your area, as well as heavy rainfall and where to expect it, as well as severe thunderstorm warnings. You download this, it'll send a notification right to your phone. Live look at our Caveat Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. We're seeing some hazy conditions. It is very humid right now. We'll continue to remain humid as we head into the afternoon. Temperatures rising into the 80s. The radar and satellite, the bigger picture right now, once again, a very long cold front is moving across the entire United States, going from Canada all the way down to Mexico, stretching into the entire lower 48 for now. As we head into today, the highest risk of severe weather is actually only in the Northeast. Nowhere else in the country, at least for today, is going to be experiencing the higher risks in our area. So we take a look at what to expect today. Luckily, it's not going to be as strong, at least what we saw for Monday. Temperatures rising into the 80s, possibly 90s, how humid it is. It might see some higher humid conditions as well. The timing, once again, 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the afternoon. 3 o'clock is about the middle part where we see some storms moving from the Adirondacks down towards the southern valleys, specifically down near Norwich and Oneonta. And the southern valleys might see a second brief round of less intense storms as we head into the afternoon between 5:30 and 6 o'clock. And these times can change by roughly a half hour, but that's the rough estimate of times for today. Once again, 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock being your area. And this will be, once again, 15 to 20-minute storms, not as long-lasting storms. After today, though, temperatures are going to fall into the 60s and 70s. Tonight, we'll be falling into the 40s, low 50s and the upper 40s. But for Tuesday and Wednesday, temperatures are continuing to rise into the 60s and 70s, but not going to be as hot in the 80s and 90s as we saw for today. Our severe weather skycast, we see all that red. That's the unstable atmosphere. And thankfully, after these round of thunderstorms move through the area, you can see the atmosphere is looking to calm and weaken as we head into tonight. So we're only expecting just a round or two of thunderstorms, nothing trailing after that. Today, high 85, afternoon thunderstorms, a bit gusty for winds, especially in those areas with thunderstorms as well. Tonight, a low of 50, 40s in some areas with partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, high 66, mostly cloudy, and the severe weather risk ends today. Our 7-day forecast. Look ahead, we see some rainfall heading into Thursday and Friday. The possibility of some light thunderstorms heading into Thursday night. Will keep you posted throughout the week on that. And our weekend trivia, what did ancient Egyptians use as pillows? Take a guess.
A wild guess?
You can take a wild guess if you want.
I don't even, it could be any of those things. I think those were all around in ancient Egypt, right?
I think.
Straw. Well, let's say straw.
Straw, and this surprised me. This is probably the craziest thing I saw. Wood and stone. Ancient Egyptians used wood and stone as pillows. That's probably a very uncomfortable way to sleep.
I'm literally like thinking of like laying down and like having like a stone.
Apparently they had it like shaped like the back of your head. So you kind of
like it was like
yeah,
perfectly.
it was kind of like a U, but still I feel like it's really uncomfortable.
Ergonomically done to go with your body.
Yeah, I feel that, but still I'd prefer a regular pillow.
Yeah, I prefer a pillow to stone too. Thank you so much, Eric. Well, May is mental health.
Joining us. We've seen some gusty winds and heavy rain today. Let's get you over to Eric, who's been tracking it all. Eric, are we done with the storms tonight?
Thankfully, yes. I've lifted the Storm Tracker 2 alert day for now. Most of the storms have moved through our area. We're just seeing a light couple of rain showers heading into this evening. Let's take a look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We're seeing a couple bands of some light rainfall out in the west here. This will slowly move into our region and bring you once again some light rainfall as temperatures will continue to fall into the rest of the night. Taking a look outside our Cavie Tower camera, seeing some low-level clouds right now. Still a little bit humid across some areas as well. And our severe thunderstorm warnings have been, or watches I should say, have been lifted across our entire region. Now take a look at this temperature difference. Down 91 degrees in the southeastern part of New York. It's already 64 in Rome, already 56 in Rochester. A very strong cold front did move through our area, and thankfully it happened today. If this happened yesterday, the atmosphere was much more unstable. Could have had a lot more severe thunderstorms. Right now it's 64 degrees. Humidity is already at 84%, so a very humid day this evening. Cooler and misty this evening. We're tracking a cool conditions tonight, the possibility of some more mostly cloudy skies. And we're tracking mostly cloudy conditions for tomorrow. Tonight, a low of 50. Some areas might see temperatures in the 40s. I'm tracking your week forecast coming up. Back over to you, Saira.
Thank you, Eric. The State Senate map.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good evening and welcome back. After a quick round of some heavier rainfall this afternoon, looking to clear out the possibility of severe weather heading into tonight. Let's take a look at the severe weather risk for right now. We are finally out in the clear after 3 days of possibility of hitting severe weather in our area. The look for today, the atmosphere was a lot less unstable compared to yesterday. If that front had moved through our area yesterday, we would have seen a lot more widespread conditions for severe weather. But overall tonight, it's looking a little bit more calm. Live look outside, I'm around our camera overlooking Oneonta. I see all those low-level clouds. Still very humid outside. The temperature has fallen dramatically since then, and the humidity will still remain in just a relatively humid conditions with some light rainfall across most areas tonight. We'll look outside across the New York State Mesonet as well. We're seeing conditions across from the western part of our area to the eastern part of our area, and still seeing some overcast conditions. Probably not going to see some clearer skies until we head into tomorrow afternoon. Live look at Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. All that heavy rainfall and thunderstorms moving out to our area. Once again, the strongest possibility of severe weather was outside of our area, primarily out towards Albany and heading out east. Now, the most possibly we're going to see some more additional rainfalls out towards the west right now. Some additional light rainfall moving into our area. We'll keep an eye on it down towards Oneonta. There's still a possibility of a light rain shower turning a little bit more heavy as we head into night. But take a look at our temperature trend. After the cold front moved through, temperatures are falling down into the 60s and 70s. No longer seeing those 80s and 90s we saw over the weekend. Those temperatures will continue to remain in the 70s, a more average week ahead for the month of May. Skywatcher temperatures 62 in West Leyden, 65 in Barneveld, 70 in New Hartford with 67 over in Mohawk and across Southern Valley. Saw temperatures ranging in the 60s as well, 66 in Evanston, 68 in New Hartford or in Hartwick, and 74 in Whitesboro. The bigger picture right now, we saw that the weaker storms were up in the North Country and closer to the Oneida County area. This basically, the instability was a lot less weaker up here. And also a lot more cloud cover caused those storms to weaken. The stronger storms are out to the south. There was a severe thunderstorm warning out of our area. It was slowly moving up towards the southern part of Oneonta. And parts of Oneonta and southern parts of Otsego County saw some additional rainfall this evening. Now, looking ahead, the rainfall will continue to move out into the areas out in the east, and we're looking to remain severe clear. Our skycast, after those rain showers move through the area heading into to tonight, we're seeing the mostly cloudy skies, possibly the patchy fog tomorrow morning, and then skies will clear out heading in the afternoon, temperatures rising into the upper 60s and low 70s. And remain that way for the next couple of days. That looks to be the story with dry conditions, temperatures rising to the 60s and 70s, a pretty average time for this temperatures for this time of year. And expect a brief cool down for in terms of allergies. Tomorrow is looking like a medium level risk for allergies outside. It quickly returns, however, heading into Tuesday and Wednesday with high levels of pollen. The highest culprits right now being oak, birch, and maple. Tonight, a low 50. Some areas can see temperatures lowering into the 40s, a big swing in temperature. Tomorrow, a high of 66 with mostly cloudy skies. Skies will clear heading into the afternoon. Our 7-day forecast. Finally out of seeing thunderstorms in the near future. The possibility of some light thunderstorms heading into Thursday night and Friday. But overall, a pretty calm week as we look ahead to this next week in May. Over to you, Talha.
Coming up, sectional.
Your forecast tonight, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good evening. A big swing in temperature today. Temperatures in the 80s in the afternoon. Already is falling into the 50s. And we see some misty conditions across the areas. Take a look at a Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Once again, we're seeing some moisture in the lower atmosphere. Seeing a lot of more misty conditions. Possibility of some patchy fog we head in tomorrow morning. Right now it's in the 50s. 54 in Rome, in the 50s across most areas of central New York right now. And humidity is high, 86%. It will continue to rise as temperatures will continue to fall as we head into tonight. So once again, cool and misty tonight. Patchy fog possible tomorrow morning with this high humidity and cooler temperatures. If the sky is clear, maybe fall a bit further and see an increase in fog. We're tracking some average temperatures for the month of May ahead in the next couple of days heading into this week. Tonight, though, low 50s. Some areas might see temperatures in the 40s and are breaking down the lows for around the area coming up. Back to you, Saira.
Thank you, Eric. The state Senate.
Most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good evening. A cool, misty, and humid night tonight. You see temperatures falling into the 50s and 40s in some areas. A big change compared to earlier. Temperatures were already in the 80s before some storms rolled through the areas. Take a look outside. Our Cavvy Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. You might see some patches of fog as we head into tomorrow morning. The humidity is still very high. As the temperatures continue to fall, the possibility of that low level clouds continuing to fall into the lower elevations is still a possibility. Live look at Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We're seeing a lot of that low level moisture right now start to show up on our sensitive part of our radar right now. We're seeing that light green. That right there is the low level moisture, possibly heading into the fog category. Tonight's low temperatures in the 40s in the Adirondacks, seeing temperatures in the mid 40s as well. Already in the 50s as we head down in the Mohawk Valley. 51 for the low in Utica, 50 in Frankfort, 50 down in Herkimer. And heading to the southern valleys, a little bit cooler once again. Temperatures in the 50s and upper 40s across most areas as well. Once again, a big change. We also saw temperatures in the 80s. We actually hit a record on Saturday. The record of 92 degrees. It was set back in 1962, the record was 89 degrees. We beat it by 3 degrees on Sunday, but once again, a big change in temperature. And temperatures will continue to remain mild as we head into the next couple of days. Temperatures already starting in the 60s, and winds are going to be a little bit calmer tomorrow. The 5 to 10 mile per hour sustained winds, not going to be as breezy, especially with those gusts, as we saw that with the storms moving through the area today. Around the clock, though, overall weather grades, we're finally out of the clear after 3 days of possible severe weather threats. Looking ahead, cloudy skies make way for some clear skies and continue to see low-level clouds throughout the day tomorrow. It's looking like a pretty mild day. The bigger picture is take a look at this giant front that spans all the way across from Maine down to Louisiana, an absolutely gigantic front that's bringing some cooler air across most areas of the eastern United States. A lot of areas also saw some severe thunderstorm warnings. All those warnings, thankfully, were either south or east of us. Those areas saw some much more unstable atmosphere. We're still seeing some more cool conditions as we head into the next couple of nights. We're not going to go below freezing for frost, however, so it's looking like a nice cool set of days. Sunday night, temperatures falling into the 50s. Once again, 40s in some areas. Seeing some low-level clouds possibly turning into fog in some areas as well. Temperatures rising to the low to mid 60s tomorrow, possibly reaching 70 degrees as well with the clearer skies later on in the evening. Upper 60s overall for the highs. Tuesday, temperatures will fall into the 50s and once again head into the 70s. A bit warmer on Tuesday with some patchy clouds with some more clearing conditions as we head into the day Tuesday afternoon. And a quick look at our allergy report. We finally have a little bit of a break for allergies, especially on Monday. The pollen report is going to be on the medium side as we head into Monday, but Tuesday and Wednesday, those levels are back up to high again. And once again, the biggest culprits right now are oak, birch, and maple. Tonight, a low of 50. It will be misty and it will be humid as we head into tomorrow. Mostly cloudy skies to start out, clearing in the afternoon to highs in the 60s. Our 7-day forecast looking ahead. Finally, we're out of the severe weather area. We're not looking at a storm tracker 2 alert day, at least for the next 7 days. Temperatures in the 70s, falling to the 60s as we head into Friday, but rising back into the upper 70s as we head into next weekend. Over to you, Taha.